Hey, you playa, getting mixed signals from a girl that you like is the worst. You're never really sure if that extra long look that she gave you is a sign that she wants you to ask her out, or you might have something stuck in your teeth. She might be messaging you first one day and then ghosting you the next. Or maybe she likes to lean her head on your shoulder from time to time, giving you that glimmer of hope, only to say that you're like a brother to her later on. This back and forth, hot and cold indecisiveness from her can be incredibly frustrating, but there is a way to figure out whether or not she wants to date you or simply be friends. You just have to look for the right signs. One sign that she just wants to be friends with you is that she's willing to hang out, but only in a group setting. If you've ever asked her out one-on-one to go do something together, she might ignore it or turn you down or try to turn it into a group activity, tell you to invite some of your other friends so that it's not just the two of you alone. This small and subtle act on her part might seem innocent. If you asked her to go to the movies, she might think it makes sense to invite a bunch of your friends because they may enjoy the movies too, even though that wasn't your intention at the start. Another sign that she just wants to be friends is that she might talk to you about other guys that she likes. Now, when you like someone and you hear that girl talking about someone else, it just stings you down to your core. And you may continue with that conversation because you don't want to just make things awkward and weird, but deep down you're hurting. Sometimes she might know how you feel about her, she might not. I don't think most girls bring it up with any kind of malicious intent, but it is meant to establish a very clear boundary. She sees you like a brother, like a friend, someone she is not interested in dating. But perhaps the most subtle sign that she's going to throw out there that she just wants a friendship with you is that whenever you start to flirt with her or use any kind of romantic language about the two of you, she's going to shut that down really quick and shift over to what I call friend talk. Friend talk is when someone repeats over and over the fact that the two of you are friends. They may say things like, "I'm so happy that you're my close friend. I never want to lose you as a friend. I hope our friendship will last forever." They'll throw that 6-letter word out there quite a number of times to really establish the point that you are their friend and nothing more. An example of that might be you making a joke and saying something like, "Hey, if both of us are single in the next 5 years, maybe we should try dating each other." And she jumps in real quick and says, "No, I'm going to be dating someone in 5 years, but I hope the two of us are still friends at that point." You're probably going to be thinking, "Yeah, I guess, but..." Reflecting on those signs and how you actually interact with your crush is going to give you a more realistic understanding rather than the fantasy you've created of how you two talk to each other in your mind. But if you're not dealing with any of those issues, maybe you should start looking for signs that she actually wants to date you. One of the clearest signs that she likes you and actually wants to date you is that she responds back to any type of plan that you make with her. If that's getting a group together, she might ask you more detailed questions like what you think she should wear, who's actually going to be there, or what time you specifically are going to arrive so that she can show up at the same time. If it's one-on-one, she definitely ain't ghosting you like she would with some random guy or just some friend she's not interested in. She's probably going to ask those same type of detailed questions, and she may even offer up suggestions on the type of things the two of you guys can do together because she's going to be really invested in the idea of you two hanging out. You might also start to notice that she's dropping subtle hints around you about wanting to do things but not really having anyone to do them with. Places she wants to go, activities she wants to try, things she wants to see. She's leaving the door open for you to ask her out, but she's not taking the step forward and doing it herself. This is pretty common. There are a lot of girls out there who don't really want to make the first move, so they do everything they can to incentivize the guy to take that first step. What she's doing is presenting you with opportunity after opportunity. You just have to step in and actually ask her out now. And perhaps one of the most obvious signs that she wants to date you is something you should be both aware and cautious of, and that is physical contact. Where caution comes into play is that she may be super touchy and feely with you. She may lean her head on you, she may grab your arm, she may hug you, do all these kinds of things that make you feel good, but it's just a sign that she sees you as a friend. The more important thing you need to look for here is how much physical contact between the two of you she welcomes in. Does she push you away when you put your arm around her? Does she push you away when you give her a super extra tight hug or even a kiss on the cheek? For a lot of girls, they're going to have a much lower threshold for guys that they're just friends with in terms of touching them than they would for a guy that they're actually interested in. So see how she feels and how she responds whenever you do go for those physical movements. Does she pull back and recoil, or does she welcome you with open arms? For most of these signs, you're going to spend a good amount of time observing her behavior, trying to figure out what she means in the words that she says and how her actions are demonstrating how she feels about you. Now, there is a way to just blast past all of this, and that is to just ask her out. A lot of guys are afraid to take that action step because they want to have all the answers. They want to be 100% correct before they put themselves out there. But sometimes taking the risk actually leads to the reward, and waiting for it to just land in your lap never happens. So if you just want to guess how she feels, by all means, observe all the evidence there, take your time, and ask her out when you're ready. But if you want to know instantly if this is a girl that's going to go out with you, you need to put your confidence on full display and make it happen. On that note, I'll catch you next time. As always, love and peace.